I'd just like to say that I wish our superintendent, Dr. Dixon, could be here with you today. She had a death in the family this week, so she's out of district today, but she has been in close contact with all the district officials, but unfortunately she's not with us here today.
CCS, made this announcement at the recommendations of the governor. I guess, there's some parents sitting at home thinking, what am I going to do? I guess what's the reaction to this?
Yeah, we did announce just this afternoon we will be closing beginning Monday, March 16th through Friday, April 3rd, in accordance with the order by the governor. During that 3-week time period, we understand this could be an inconvenience for many of our families and our students, and those are part of our discussions. We don't take this lightly. This is an unprecedented situation, and we are working through our plans, and we're working with our community partners so we can address those type of questions when it comes to resources and facilities for our student population.
Can you clarify, the governor had said kids will go to school Monday. Will CCS kids, do they need to be in class Monday?
We will not. We will be open tomorrow, Friday, March 13th. But as an administration, we made the decision to also close on Monday out of an abundance of caution. And we want to prioritize the health and safety of our students and staff, so we just decided to go ahead and close those full 3 weeks.
Does this fall in line with normal spring break, or has that already happened at this point?
Our spring break is around Easter, the week after Easter, and that is one of the questions we're tackling internally as we create our plans with this new information, this extended spring break, as the governor called it. We hope to have more information tomorrow.
I know it's so early and there's so much you still have to plan. Will this push graduation back? I know you guys have days that the state requires that you have to, a certain number of class days. Walk us through that impact.
I don't know specifically about graduation. I know the governor the other day mentioned the possibility of waiving certain regulation requirements. I don't know any particulars or any information around that. Those are conversations I think to be had, and we're going to continue monitoring the situation and working with those state officials, because this is unprecedented, and we've really got to take a lot of things into account as we move forward.
Again, it is so early in the process here, and we all just found out about this, but a number of these families rely on schools for their food. What steps are being taken to make sure kids don't go hungry in Columbus? That's
a very great question, and we're working through that with our food services department, and we hope to have more information tomorrow. But that will be one of the things where we're also going to work with our community partners. We have so many people within the city and our community that want to help out. They realize the gravity of the situation and what that means for our families, and so we're going to work with them to do the best we can to provide those vital services that people rely on.
While these kids are out of school, are there going to be any extra cleaning precautions or things taking place? I'm sure they're already in place as well right now.
Yeah, we'll continue our typical cleaning precautions as we have through this whole situation. We use a hospital-grade disinfectant in our buildings and on our buses, and we're going to continue to do that just out of an abundance of caution for our students and our staff.
Does this impact pre-K as well? I've been getting some questions.
Yes, all our school buildings will be closed during those 3 weeks.
Okay, gotcha. For families that are feeling a little emotional about this, worried, stressed out, what's your message to them?
I feel for them. I know this is a difficult and unprecedented situation. I would say continue to take guidance from our public health officials and our state officials, because those are the experts and know what best to tell those families to address those types of concerns.
Why is it a good idea right now to keep these students out of school in terms of health and stopping the spread of this disease?
We do want to use an abundance of caution, and we want to be community partners in helping to mitigate the spread of that disease. We have 109 licensed school nurses in our districts, and they have been helping us get the word out to people. I think the big fear is the fear of the unknown, and I think explaining what this is about and what we're looking for and how to protect each other is a big benefit of what we've been doing here.
Have you been finding that families are asking a lot of questions?
We do. There's the balance of families that don't understand why we are still open, and those that count on our services and don't really understand. It's just such a balance that we're really working with to do the right thing for our kids and our community.
I'm curious about extracurriculars. I mean, does this impact, I know you guys talked about this a little bit, sports, theater, everything?
It does impact all class and school-related activities during that 3-week period. Those will be canceled.
Again, I know it's early, but how could that impact, sports leagues or completing some of this stuff, or is that what you're still trying to work out?
In terms of the winter seasons, as those wrapping up, I know we're taking guidance from OHSAA, who has canceled those championships. But then we're in that middle period between winter and spring season. And so in terms of our spring schedules, I know those don't start up until the end of March. And so I think those are discussions to be had as we approach April as well, but as part of our planning process that we're addressing.
I'm curious about transportation employees, you know, folks, custodial staffs in the building. Will they still be at work? Will they still get a paycheck?
We're working through those staffing scenarios right now, and we hope to have more information tomorrow.
And in terms of some of the classwork here, I mean, is this next 3 weeks going to be no classwork, or is there going to be some remote learning? Does that vary per school, or?
So we are working through those academic plans as it relates to distance learning, and we hope to have more information tomorrow. But yeah, that is a concern. We want to be able to provide some opportunities for our families and our students to remain engaged in that learning process over this 3-week period. We realize that's a difficult situation due to the nature of the break and the fact that some families might not have various resources to remain engaged if it's something online. But we're working through those scenarios right now, and we hope to have more information to our families and our staff tomorrow.
Is this just nonstop work and meetings for your staff to work through all of this? Largest school district in the entire state? Yeah,
it's a lot of discussions and planning, and there's a lot of moving parts. You know, we have a pandemic response plan in place that we've had for a number of years, but in terms of this situation, I think our state officials have described it as unprecedented. So there's a lot of questions that we've had to answer during this whole process, but we're doing our best to consider all the concerns of all stakeholders within our community and our schools.